Good morning. Today is weigh-in number 12. So guys, I'm going to update you on what's been going on this week, and it's just so discouraging. So discouraging. So Monday, I did my weigh-in, and that day, my husband called me from work, and I would say maybe an hour after my last video that I uploaded, he called me from work and told me that he was having some really bad onset dizzy spells to the point where he would fall to the right and he couldn't keep his head up, and the whole world was spinning, and a lot of times he couldn't even lift his head while he was having dizzy spells. And then they'd go away. So they'd last maybe 30, 60 seconds, and then they'd just go away. And then he would feel mildly dizzy, and then he'd keep working, and then all of a sudden, just dizzy spells again. And so he had about 10 of them, and they weren't going away. So I said, you know what, go to the emergency room, because with everything that's happened, he needs to go to the emergency room. So we dropped everything, got babysitter for the kids, went to the emergency room, which, by the way, if you were a part of that, thank you so much for coming to our aid. We are forever grateful for our neighbors and our friends for being there for us and our family. So we were in the hospital again, and they ran more tests, and they just couldn't really find anything. They did another MRI, and they said, well, you're not having another stroke, but it could be repercussions of a stroke, or also warning signs that you may be gearing up for another one. So that's definitely not something that you want to hear, right? So the next few days was just brutal, and watching my husband just be dizzy, and he can't keep his balance, and he's just all over the place and having a hard time. It's making him nauseous. It's just really causing havoc on his body. It's making him really tired because his brain is trying to make sense of a dizzy world, and it was just really rough for him. And then I needed to pick up the slack, so I was working extra hard and trying to be there for my husband emotionally and physically. It was just interesting. Well, then Thursday we had a neurology appointment to try to get to the bottom of everything that's going on. And at the neurology appointment, we got some news that we didn't want to hear. So apparently, when my husband got sick with the mosquito virus, it gave him meningitis, and he could have died. He should have been hospitalized, and the doctors, when they ran dozens and dozens of tests, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. Well, they never did a meningitis test. And the neurologist is like, you had meningitis, and you should have been hospitalized. You should have been treated for viral meningitis. Thank heavens it wasn't bacterial meningitis, or this could be a whole different vlog. But still, viral meningitis plus the mosquito virus that he was fighting, just, it's pretty serious. And I don't know, I feel like we're kind of in shock and just humbled and grateful that my husband is still around. It just, I could have been widowed, let's just put it that way. And it's been a really harsh reality to learn this information. So then also we found out that Jake did not experience a mini stroke or a something fraction something medical term. But he did indeed experience an actual stroke, full-on stroke. We did not know this. So knowing all this information, we're just like, oh my gosh, like things just keep happening, and my husband is amazing. he just keeps bouncing back. And like I've said in my videos before, he is blessed substantially well with his physicality. He's just so blessed physically. And I'm so, so grateful he's blessed physically, because he very well could have not been here through all of that. So the dizzy spells that he's experiencing now is a product of, from the meningitis, what happens is the arteries that go up into the brain, that feed the brain, they constrict. And then they also can get really hard and lose their elasticity. So he has to do some exercises to make sure that they continue their elasticity and they don't like harden. And also they're restricting, which is causing him dizzy spells, and it's also signs of a possible future stroke if he doesn't take it easy. So learning this information was very, very, very important for us to learn, because he started exercising again, he started lifting again, he started longboarding again. I mean, he was trying really hard to get his life back from when he got sick. And he can't be doing that, especially if he's at such high risk for another stroke. He has another 3 months where he's at very, very high risk for another stroke. So the doctor put him on very strict restrictions. And it just made him really sad and depressed, because he just feels unable and he feels broken. And it's been really rough road. So we are not out of the woods yet. There's still a lot of healing that needs to be going on. And with that being said, with my weight loss this week, it is amazing what stress does to your body. Amazing what stress does to your body. And going through all this with my husband and also trying to lose weight, it is just really, it's kind of an eye-opener to see how important it is to relieve daily stress in your lives, because it does cause havoc on your body. I have been substantially exhausted and tired and just worn out and not motivated to do much. I have loads of laundry that need to be done, and the house needs to be cleaned, and I am just trying to survive. I'm just kind of in the survival mode right now from stress. And from learning what's been going on with my husband has just been really, really stressful and scary and hard to learn. To give you an idea of what stress does to your body, so Monday we were in the hospital all afternoon getting all these tests done. The next day I weighed myself. I had jumped in one day 5.5 pounds. In one day. Clearly, all the water that I drank and all the food that I ate, my body just held on to it. And it was really discouraging to see that, because last week, I really think I did so well with my weight loss because I was not stressed. My husband was progressing. He was happy. He was running around and exercising and feeling like himself again. And it just made me so happy to see him healing. And I think that stress that I was holding on, watching him go through his stroke and all of the sickness, had finally released. And so 5 pounds just shed off like butter. And in one day, a whole week's worth of weight loss came back in one day. And it just feels so discouraging, so discouraging. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just water retention. I'm going to just push through it, and I'm going to do my walking. So I continued and I did the walking that I said. I tried really hard to keep with low portions. I did eat some sugar here and there, but that shouldn't have made me gain as much weight as I did. From stress, I had some sugar. I also had some cake and ice cream over the weekend. So I did not do very well in the sugar realm category. There we go. This week, solely from stress. And I walked a lot. I walked 5 times this week, trying to release, seeing if it's like water weight or anything like that. And the pounds were not releasing. So I was really devastated. So on Tuesday, Monday, I weighed 298.4. Tuesday, I weighed 304. What? And then it just kind of sat there for a couple of days. Thursday, we found out more about Jake's health from the neurologist, and so again, it just sat. So Saturday, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I just ate all vegetables, trying to release some of the weight that I had put on, and a little bit started to fall. So today, I don't have very high hopes for my weigh-in today, and I just feel really sad and upset about it. Just because of stress. And so with everything that's been going on with my husband, it's just been overwhelming. And I had, my sister was telling me, it's amazing, and my brother-in-law, that you've been able to lose weight at all during this crazy journey with your husband. And I just have to keep reminding myself of that. They're right, that it's been amazing. I've been even able to release anything with all of the stress we've been going through. So I have to keep reminding myself that, and to be kind to myself. Remember, the fourth rule I added in my category was self-love and to be kind to myself. So I think this week I'm going to focus on that self-love and love with my husband. Because it became really real that I was this close of losing him. And I am so grateful that he's still here with me today. And it's also really scary seeing him pick up our boys or anything that might cause stress in his brain. It's scary. It's scary to watch, because it could happen any minute, any time of the day, and it just scares me. So I just pray that there will be no more, and that he is on the road to healing. The dizzy spells are scary, just because they're kind of warning signs that, his brain is still fragile and he's vulnerable right now, and it's just been really scary. So, weight loss this week, not so awesome. But I have to look at it this way. I walked 5 times this week. I am still working on my health. I'm still trying so hard to take care of myself, especially watching my husband and within his health. It's really made it real how important it is for me to get my health back on track. I also need to be here for my family and my children, and so it has just been really real, like right in my face. You need to be healthy, and you need to take care of yourself. So, even if the pounds are not showing it, I still am working towards being healthy, and that's what's important, right? That's the whole point of this health journey, is to making these life changes. And even if the pounds aren't going down, I'm still seeing some differences in my body. I'm able to walk the treadmill longer each time I'm on it. I'm now up to 22 minutes and about 2,700 steps. So I've come from 1,000 steps to 2,700 and 22 minutes, which, that right there is improvement, and I should be patting myself on the back for that, because it's really hard weighing 300 pounds to walk. It hurts my joints, and it's okay. I'm going to keep doing it because it's my health that I am focusing on. So let's stand on the scale and see where I'm at this week, and just know that this upcoming week, I'm going to focus on self-love, taking care of myself and my family. So here we go. Okay, there we are. That's not too terrible, right? That means I gained 2 pounds this week. That's better than 5.5. I'm gonna sit back down because I myself have been so weak and tired. So Okay, 2 pounds gained this week. You know what? I gotta release the negativity. I gotta release the stress because I do get hard on myself. But I really, yes, I had some cake and ice cream this week, but I really don't feel like I did anything to gain that other than stress. So I need to be kind to myself and work on taking care of my family and my husband. So there we are. There's my update this week. Sorry if it was a bummer. But this is just kind of the road that we're on right now, and I have to take it for what it is. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your kind words, for reaching out, for your kind comments, and thank you just so much for being there for me. Please don't give up on me. I'm not giving up on myself, and I want to keep up on this journey. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.